A senior interviewer looked me in the eye and said, "You will never be successful. You will never ever be successful. Mark my words." This is true. This had happened with me. And that one sentence really, really broke me. At the time, it really, really broke me. And it actually rebuilt me. That one sentence, if I remember that now. But it really broke me if I remember now. This happened in my early career actually. I was in my early professional journey, and I got an opportunity to give an interview. This was with a leading bank at the time, and I thought this is a great opportunity, right? Like, this is a great opportunity. I created the recruiter calls and initial rounds, and I was called for the next stage of the interviews with the senior leadership. So I decided to go. At the time, the location was not in my city, so the location was in a different city at the time. So I had to travel for 5 to 6 hours and to give the interview. The interviewer was available early morning, so they said, "Can you come? At this time?" And I said yes. It was a travel of about 5 to 6 hours from my place because this was a different city. But if you started early morning, then you can beat the traffic and reach early. And for people like us, I am from a middle class family. I don't know about you, but if you are from middle class, you know we don't have luxury of having a car or a driver and all that. At the time, I said, I have a bus that I can catch early morning. It is going to take me 5 6 hours. So I started early morning, and it was, I think, 4 o'clock, 4:30, the first bus starts. So I thought, let's catch that bus and I will reach there in time for the interview, even though it will be difficult because we get tired. But we are used to all these things, right? Early career, we have to do all these things. So I started, traveled for 5 6 hours, and then reached the place where the interview was going to take in a different city. Got ready, all the dress and everything, formal dress put in. And although I was a little tired, but I was used to traveling early mornings, doing the work, and then coming back because there was, I think, early career, we have a lot of these things that we had to accommodate with the travels. So I was used to that, and it's actually good because even now these days I'm pretty used to. Even after working for so many years, I feel I'm pretty good with traveling, getting the work done, and coming back. Sometimes I feel people are not able to do it. Now, when the interview started, I think I still remember, I pinged the recruiter, like the interviewer. He was a senior interviewer, as I mentioned. This was a leading bank, so he was a high leadership person, and he said, I told him, "I am reached here. Can we get started with the interview, or when you would be here?" And he said, "Yeah, I'm stuck in a meeting. I will be back in some time." So I opened my notes, started to revise any questions that would come. I started with it, and then he came after a while, I think after lunch or something, and then he came, and then the interview started. Initially, he asked me a couple of questions, like it was mainly related to finance at the time because my specific domain was finance, like the niche was in finance, because my, as I mentioned, like my MBA was there. I had done all the background work and everything was in finance. So obviously the questions were related to that. I answered the questions to the best of my ability. Obviously, the way we try, I some of the questions we anticipate that these questions are going to be asked, and some of the questions are newer, so we try to answer it as best as we can. So I did that, and I think this happened just for 5 minutes. 4 or 5 minutes probably would have happened that this interaction happened with the questions and answers. Even in that, you can remember it, like tell me about yourself, and all the common questions come at start, and then it gets to the more details. So at that time, once that happened, I think he didn't like the answers that I gave, even though those were to the best of my ability. um, but after that, what happened was really tough for me to follow, because after that, I think for next 20 25 minutes or more, actually, if I remember correctly, it was real tearing down and real thrashing that I received in the interview. So it mainly was in the lines of I will never be successful. He had a lot of examples that he wanted to share. He said that there are people who do difficult exams, right? They do UPSC, MPSC, which is a big exam in India. So he mentioned that there are people that do these exams, and they try to do it, once, twice, thrice, four times, five times. They keep at it. If not, they go back to their village, or wherever they are, and go back uh, without doing anything, just do farm or something. That's what he was saying. But they are at it. They are really at it, and they don't give it up. But you have learned so much. You have done graduation, you have done post graduation, and still you are not working in a top tier company. You are currently working in a small company and not a big role. And I said, sir, it's something that I'm in my early career, but I feel that I'm confident that if I put in the efforts and keep working at it, I will be able to be successful in my future. He said, no, you would not be. Who is telling you that you are going to be successful? I am someone who is in this industry. I am someone who has worked in this industry for decades, and I can guarantee you that you are not going to be successful. You can never be successful in this, because if you are not able to be there right now, I don't think you are going to be there even in future. Which was a little disheartening to hear, right? Because at the time, I mean, disheartening is a small word. Actually, I was shell shocked when I was listening to that, because I didn't go there. Interviews, typically we go, we ask questions, they ask questions, we answer. If they don't like it, then sorry, we regret to inform you, we are not selected. Get the email or something. This was at a next level. I know the interviews are much regulated right now. This doesn't happen. uh, it may or may not have happened with many of you, but this happened with me at the time, and it was a real tear down on me, because it shattered me at the time. Because it's it's like someone in your relatives coming back and say, you are not going to be successful. We are like, yeah, we feel bad for a day or two, but we are like, I mean, what he knows, he has not done anything in his life. Who is he to tell me that I'm not going to be successful? I mean, it's fine, we can be, because he's no one. But if a senior interviewer who is working in a leading company, a leading bank at the time, and is guaranteeing that I will not be successful, was something that I really felt really shell shocked. And you can just imagine what my return journey would have been. Like, I'm sitting in a bus going back, and thinking what I'm going to tell my family, what happened. Because initial days we go with so many dreams, right? With the interviews, getting interviews also tough. We crack the initial interviews, we are in the final round of interviews, it is a make or a break. You get it, you get through a big leading bank, and then you get a great job. And if not, then you are back to what you were doing before that, going to go through the grind that you are doing previously. And that is one thing that happened. The second thing is the tear down that was there. So I was thinking, when I was coming back from in my bus, I still remember thinking, like, oh my god, like, it's like all the relatives, or your dad or anyone is making you sit and making you listen to all the things. And I'm like, why did I come here? Why did I come here and get the bashing and going back? I could have just stayed home. Even if I had not come here, what would have happened? Just few questions, and I'm getting to hear a big mouthful from a senior person. And the third thing I was thinking about when I was going back from my return journey was, if he is guaranteeing that I will not be successful, if he's guaranteeing that I'm not going to be successful, I said I'm going to change that. I am going to change that. I said I will prove him wrong. I will prove him wrong, because I don't know. I had the confidence. I said, I am not someone who is kind of not educated, or who is not good enough. I knew that I am good enough. He may have his reasons to say these things, but I said I am sure that I am going to be successful in my career. But if he's saying that, I'm it doesn't matter if he's saying that. I will make sure I am going to prove him wrong. And I'm happy that I was able to prove, not him, even I myself never imagined how successful I would be in the career. And there are a lot of things I can talk about, but don't want to make this video too long. But I just want to say that if someone has ever told you, ever, anyone, if someone has ever told you that you would not make it, you would not be successful, just type that, in the comments. You can talk about who had said that. Otherwise, if you don't want to say that, just type, I will prove them wrong, or I will prove him wrong, or I will prove her wrong, or I will prove them wrong. Write in the comments. I want to make sure that the community that we have, I want to see the strength that you have. At the time, we didn't have all these social media and YouTube, and I could not say it out loud at the time. I know it's difficult early career, if you're a student, or early career, or in general, it's difficult to talk about it. But I really, really want you to remember that nobody can uh, assure that you will not be successful. He had assured and guaranteed that I will not be successful, but I am successful. At least in my eyes, I am successful. If you are someone who has faced this, as I said, post that in the comments.